Who will be next? Linda, go for it. I think you need to
unmute. Okay.
There we go.
Yes. Because I've been absent from a couple of meetings. If there are those of you who aren't familiar with MAP, Mentorship Aftercare Presence, actually we function quite a lot like COSA, except we don't generally work with sex offenders. We supply a small trained team, usually 3 or 4 people, to a released offender who has requested our support. Normally these teams meet with the client weekly. During COVID, it's been an awful lot of Zooming, but things are getting back to in-person meetings somewhat. Right now we are down to 5 active teams. Typically we haven't got many clients out of OCDC. They tend to be, in going somewhere else or thinking short term, perhaps if they're actually being released, thinking maybe they don't need support. But certainly, as I'm sure we all know, those released offenders who have support do much better and tend not to go back to a life of crime. We will be having our annual general meetings in the fall. I'm thinking it'll probably be late or early November. I am looking to be phased out as president, which is, of course, not a paid position. I've been doing it for about 5 years. I've had some health problems in the last year and feel it really would be better to get someone else in this position. So right now we are not stuck for volunteers. We have some without clients. However, if you know of people who might be interested in this kind of work, feel free to direct them our way. And in particular, released offenders who are not otherwise served in this way. I would be happy to meet those who want to work with the team. That's all.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you coming on today, and the thought of you not being that I'm stumbling around for words. I'm just thinking, oh my, Linda Leinan not being around with MAP, huh? Susan Love. I mean, these people are moving on. That's a fact of life. I found myself thinking for myself, huh, I need someone, if something was to happen to me, who would continue on with prison networking group. I firmly believe that it's playing an important role, and who would even just have the basics of the records and the notes that we hand out. And so it's important to think about these things. It's not being morbid or anything, it's just reality, and we want to make sure that the work continues. But I tell you one thing, I value each of you being online and coming and being part of this. And every day, every time that we can have a meeting like this, it's exciting to hear. And thank you for your report, Linda, and glad to have you on board as long as we can.
And we'll see. I don't necessarily have an obvious replacement lined up.
Well, it will fall into place when God wants it to fall into place. So yeah.
Please God, yes.
Thank you.